Chapter 1. The Weight of Anger In the ancient land of Magadha, the sun rose softly over golden fields. Morning mist wrapped the earth like a prayer. Birds stirred in the banyan trees, and somewhere far, the temple bells sang the first call of the day. Among the humble villagers lived a man named Soma, strong in body, restless in mind. His eyes carried storms, his heart the embers of old wounds. Wherever he went, a shadow of anger followed. He was not born bitter. But over the years, insults, failures, and disappointments had hardened his heart. When the market cheated him, he shouted. When friends disagreed, he broke ties. Even the smallest offense sparked a fire inside him. Each night when the village slept, Soma lay awake, replaying words, faces, and memories that fed his rage. He felt heavy, yet he did not know how to let go. One dawn, after another sleepless night, he heard a soft voice outside his hut. Travelers whispered that the Buddha had come to the nearby monastery, teaching about peace that cannot be shaken by the world. A question rose in Soma's chest. If peace truly exists, why does it not live in me? He decided to see the Buddha. When Soma reached the monastery, a crowd had gathered. Some sought healing, others wisdom. The Buddha sat in silence, eyes closed, posture still as a mountain. Soma pushed through expecting grandeur but found simplicity. No throne, no gold, only quiet presence. He bowed stiffly, still guarded by pride. Buddha opened his eyes. They were deep as still water. For a moment, Soma forgot to breathe. Buddha, what troubles you, traveler? Soma, my heart burns. People insult me, cheat me, ignore me. I cannot bear their cruelty. Buddha, and when you carry this fire, who feels its heat? Soma, I do. The Buddha smiled gently. Then why keep it close? If you hold a burning coal intending to throw it at another, it is your hand that burns first. Soma lowered his gaze. No one had spoken to him so simply, yet so truly. Still, he could not let go. But Master, he said, if I do not react, they will think me weak. Buddha. A deep lake does not lose its depth because the wind disturbs its surface. True strength is calm beneath the storm. The day passed in quiet talks. Buddha spoke of the mind as a garden, where anger is a weed that, if not uprooted, consumes the flowers of joy. He taught Soma to observe his emotions as clouds passing through the sky. You are not the storm, Buddha said. You are the sky that holds it. That night, Soma sat beneath a tree, breathing slowly. He noticed the cool air on his skin, the rhythm of crickets, the pulse in his hands. For the first time, he felt space between himself and his anger. When morning came, he bowed to the Buddha. Master, I will stay and learn. Chapter Reflection and Affirmations. When anger arises, remember, it is not who you are, it is a passing visitor. You are the silent host. Do not feed the fire, breathe and let it fade. Repeat gently, I release all anger within me. I am calm like a still lake. I choose peace over reaction. As the breath slows, feel the body lightening, like dropping a stone you've carried too long. Chapter 2. The Mirror of the Mind. The monastery awoke with the rhythm of dawn. Disciples swept the paths, tended to the lotus pond, and prepared bowls for alms. The world seemed woven with silence and purpose. Soma watched them quietly. Each monk moved like flowing water. No rush, no irritation, no wasted motion. Even the simplest act, washing a bowl, folding a robe, carried a grace he could not understand. He thought, how can they live without anger, without desire, without fear? Later that morning, the Buddha gathered his disciples beneath the Bodhi tree. Soma joined them, sitting cross-legged on the cool earth. The Buddha's voice was gentle. yet it carried through the air like the sound of truth itself. Buddha. The mind is like a mirror. It reflects whatever appears before it, joy or sorrow, peace or pain. But if the mirror is dusty, you see nothing clearly. He looked at Soma. You do not see people as they are, Soma. You see them through the dust of your anger. The words pierced him. Soma felt as though a curtain had been lifted. That evening, as the sky turned violet, Soma sat beside the lotus pond. The Buddha's words echoed in his mind. The mind is a mirror. He gazed into the water. The reflection trembled with every ripple. He realized, when his mind was disturbed, the world appeared distorted. He remembered every fight, every harsh word. Each time he blamed others, he had only stirred his own reflection. The dust was not theirs, he whispered. It was mine. For the first time, Soma felt humility, not as shame, but as awakening. The next morning, Soma sought the Buddha. Soma, Master, I see now that I have been looking through anger, but how do I clean the mirror? Buddha. By watching your thoughts as you would watch clouds in the sky. When you do not chase them, they dissolve. He paused, eyes soft like dawn. When anger arises, do not fight it. Simply know. This is anger. The knowing itself begins to free you. The monks listened. Some smiled gently. Others closed their eyes, letting the truth settle deep inside. Soma bowed and began his first lesson in mindful awareness. From that day, Soma observed everything: the warmth of the sun on his skin, the sound of birds at dawn, the stirring of breath in his chest. At first, his thoughts were wild, racing between anger, guilt, and memories. But each time he noticed, he returned to the breath, as the Buddha had instructed. Days passed. Slowly, the storms within began to soften. One evening, a young monk accidentally spilled water on Soma's robe. Instantly, the old fire flared up inside him, but before words could escape his mouth, he remembered the Buddha's voice. When you do not chase the cloud, it dissolves. He paused, breathed, smiled. The young monk bowed in apology. Soma simply said, "It's all right." It was a small victory, but within that moment, a lifetime of pain began to melt. That night, Soma sat again by the lotus pond. The moon floated above like a silent witness. He closed his eyes and saw his reflection, not in water, but in stillness. For the first time, he understood what it meant to let go, not to suppress, not to forget, but to see clearly and choose peace. Buddha's voice echoed in his memory. Peace is not something you find. It is what remains when you stop feeding your pain. A tear rolled down his cheek, not of sorrow, but of relief. He whispered, "Master, the mirror is clearing." Chapter: Reflection and Affirmations. Your mind reflects the world you carry within. When the mirror of your mind is calm, the world becomes gentle. When you stop feeding anger, peace returns on its own. Repeat quietly, "I observe my thoughts without judgment. I am not my anger. I am the awareness behind it. My mind is a mirror, clear and still. Let your breath deepen. Feel the dust of old emotions settling into silence. In that silence, you meet yourself." Chapter 3: The River Within. The days at the monastery began to flow like water, gentle, rhythmic, and clear. Soma had learned to observe his thoughts, but still beneath the calm surface, he felt something stirring, a quiet ache that refused to fade. One morning, as he swept the courtyard, he noticed an old wound resurfacing. It was not anger now, but sadness, memories of betrayal, harsh words, and old friends who had turned away. He paused, broom in hand, and watched his breath. The Buddha, seated under the Bodhi tree, saw him stop. Buddha. Soma, what do you see in your mind? Soma. A river, Master. It carries pain I thought was gone. Buddha. The river does not cling to what it carries. It flows. Why do you hold on? Soma closed his eyes. He could feel the river, not of water, but of emotions. It had been dammed for years by his resistance. Buddha's voice continued, calm and steady. Pain is not your enemy. It is the messenger that tells you what still seeks your acceptance. Later that day, the Buddha gathered the monks near the flowing river. He pointed to the current and said, "See how it moves without effort? That is the nature of life. To resist is to suffer. To flow is to be free." He lifted a handful of water and let it fall back into the stream. When anger or grief arises, let it pass as the river passes. Do not hold. Do not hate. Do not cling. The disciples listened in silence. The sound of water became their teacher. That night, Soma sat by the river alone. He remembered people who had hurt him, his old friend who had betrayed his trust, his brother who had spoken cruelly in anger. At first, pain rose like a tide, but instead of fighting, he breathed. He watched the emotions like clouds passing through the vast sky. Then, quietly, he whispered, "May they be free from suffering. May I be free too." Something inside him softened. A knot untied itself in the silence. He realized that forgiveness was not about forgetting. It was about releasing the weight of resentment that drowned his heart. As the moon rose higher, Soma saw a reflection. His own face, calm and unburdened. The water whispered a truth that the Buddha had always known. The river cleanses not by force, but by flow. Over the next few days, Soma began practicing compassion meditation as taught by the Buddha. He began with himself. "May I be peaceful. May I be kind to my own heart." Then he extended it outward. "May all beings be free from hatred and fear." Each breath carried a wave of light through his body. Each repetition washed away a little more of the heaviness. He began to smile without reason. He felt lightness in his chest, like a bird remembering it had wings. One evening, a villager came to the monastery. His eyes were red with grief. His son had been lost in the floods. The man was angry with life, angry with fate, angry even with the Buddha for speaking of peace in a world of pain. He shouted at the monks, accusing, crying, trembling. The disciples shrank back, but Soma stepped forward. He listened quietly, letting the man's words fall like rain. When the man finished, Soma bowed and said, "Your pain is sacred. Let it flow. Do not drown in it. The river of sorrow can still lead to the ocean of peace." The man looked into Soma's eyes, saw no judgment, only compassion. He fell silent, tears mixing with gratitude. The Buddha, watching from afar, smiled faintly. The student was becoming the teaching. That night, the monks gathered for evening meditation. The air was filled with incense and candlelight. Soma's mind was still. No more ripples of anger, no weight of the past. He felt the presence of all beings as one. The river, the wind, the stars, even the silence itself. In that silence, he heard the Buddha's voice within. "The river within you is pure. Let it flow endlessly without resistance." A chapter, Reflection and Affirmations. Like the river, your emotions are meant to move. Pain is not to be denied. It is to be felt, understood, and released. Let your breath be the current that carries away all heaviness. Let forgiveness be the bridge that returns you to peace. Repeat softly, "I let my emotions flow without resistance. I forgive myself and others. My heart flows like a river, open, clear, and free." As you breathe, imagine a river of light flowing through you, washing away all traces of anger and grief, leaving only stillness. Chapter 4. The test of stillness weeks had passed in peace. Soma's heart had softened. His anger had faded into still waters of calm. He felt light, as though his soul had shed years of burden. But the Buddha knew that true peace is not proven in silence. It is revealed in the noise of the world. One morning, as the disciples prepared for alms, the Buddha called Soma near. "Buddha, you have learned calmness within the monastery walls. Soma, but tell me, what happens when the world shakes your stillness?" "Soma, Master, I believe my mind will remain unmoved." Buddha, smiling, "Then it is time to see." He asked Soma to journey to a nearby town, a place busy with traders, noise, and human conflict, to offer teachings of compassion and calm. Soma bowed. He felt both excitement and fear. The path to the town was long and dusty. Children played by the roadside. Merchants shouted in the marketplace, and oxen carts rolled past in clouds of golden dust. For years, Soma had avoided such places. They reminded him of his old life, his old anger, but now each sound became part of his meditation. He walked slowly, each step mindful, each breath steady. When he reached the market, a man accidentally brushed against him and spilled water on his robe. The old habit of irritation flickered for a second, then vanished like mist. He smiled gently. The man apologized. Soma bowed and said, "It is nothing. Water washes, and so do we." The man looked confused, but Soma's calmness left a quiet impression in his heart. Later that day, Soma sat beneath a banyan tree in the center of town. People gathered, curious, skeptical, some mocking, some sincere. He began to speak softly. Just as fire cannot burn without air, anger cannot live without your attention. When you stop feeding it, it dies naturally. Some listened, some laughed, but Soma's voice remained as calm as flowing water. One man, irritated by his words, shouted, "Peace is for the weak. Only fools let others walk over them." The crowd murmured. Soma looked at the man with compassion. "Soma, my brother, when someone throws a stone into a lake, it creates ripples for a moment, but the lake does not lose its depth. You may throw your words, but my peace remains." The man fell silent. He had expected a fight, not stillness. By sunset, the town had grown quiet. People came to Soma not to argue, but to listen. A woman asked him how to forgive her husband. A boy asked how to calm his fears. Soma answered each one with patience and kindness, remembering the Buddha's words. To calm another, first be calm within yourself. After many days, Soma returned to the monastery. He bowed to the Buddha and said, "Master, the world is loud, but the river within me did not lose its flow." Buddha smiled. "Then you have seen the truth. Stillness does not mean silence. It means being untouched by noise." He continued, "There will always be storms outside, Soma, but peace is not found by escaping them. It is found by remaining still in their midst." Soma bowed deeply, understanding the meaning not only in words, but in his being. That night, as the moon bathed the monastery in silver light, Soma meditated with deep gratitude. He saw his journey, from anger to awareness, from resistance to flow, from silence to stillness. He understood. The true battle had never been with others. It was always within, and through awareness, he had won, not by conquering, but by surrendering. Chapter: Reflection and Affirmations. True, stillness is not hiding from the world. It is moving through it with peace in your heart. When chaos rises, return to your breath. When anger calls, answer with silence. repeat softly, I remain calm in the midst of life's storms. My peace does not depend on circumstances. Stillness lives within me. Breathe deeply. Feel the calm spreading through your body, a quiet power, stronger than any reaction. Let the sound of your breath blend with the hum of the world, yet remain untouched, like the Buddha's smile in the middle of noise. Chapter 5. The Flame of Compassion. The dawn broke gently over the monastery. Mist floated above the lotus pond, catching the first rays of light. Soma sat near the Buddha, his posture straight, his eyes calm, yet inside, he felt something unfinished. Though his anger had faded, a quiet emptiness remained. He could feel peace, but not joy. Stillness, but not warmth. The Buddha, seeing into his heart, spoke softly. Buddha, you have removed the poison, Soma, but the cup is still empty. Now, it must be filled with compassion. Soma bowed his head. Soma, Master, I understand peace, but compassion, how do I awaken it? The Buddha smiled, a smile that carried the gentleness of 1,000 dawns. Buddha, by seeing yourself in all beings, and all beings in yourself. The Buddha sent Soma on another journey, this time not to teach, but to serve. Go into the village, the Buddha said. Help those who suffer, not with words, but with presence. See if you can love without expectation. Soma bowed deeply and set out. The village was recovering from a flood. Homes were broken, fields ruined, and families were struggling to rebuild. Soma began helping wherever he could. He carried water, gathered wood, and sat with the grieving. He did not preach. He only listened. At first, the people saw him as just another monk, quiet and distant. But soon they noticed his silence was not cold, it was healing. When he sat beside them, their pain seemed to soften. One day, Soma met a young boy crying by the riverbank. His home had been washed away, and his mother had fallen ill. Soma knelt beside him. Soma, why do you cry, little one? Boy, because I have lost everything. Soma placed a hand over the boy's heart. Soma, then everything begins here. Let us rebuild, one breath at a time. He helped the boy collect bamboo and stones to rebuild their hut. Day after day, Soma worked silently, each act a prayer. Weeks passed. The boy's mother recovered. The village slowly began to smile again. One evening, the villagers gathered to thank Soma, but he shook his head. Soma, do not thank me. Thank the stillness that allowed your hearts to open. He felt a warmth rise within him, a soft flame, glowing quietly behind his ribs. For the first time, his peace had a heartbeat. Compassion had awakened. When Soma returned to the monastery, the Buddha awaited him. Soma bowed and said, Master, I have found peace in silence, but now I have found love in action. Buddha nodded. Yes, Soma. Compassion is not pity. It is the understanding that there is no separation between you and others. When you heal another, you heal yourself. He added softly, peace without compassion is like a lamp without flame. It may exist, but it cannot light the world. Soma's eyes filled with tears. He realized that his journey was not about escaping negativity, but transforming it, turning pain into understanding and understanding into love. That night, Soma meditated deeply. Within his stillness, he felt the faces of the villagers, the boy, the mother, all glowing within his heart. He saw that love and peace were not separate paths. They were two rivers merging into one, flowing toward the same ocean of awakening. He whispered softly, All beings are my teachers. May my heart remain open. Chapter Reflection and Affirmations. When your heart opens, pain becomes understanding. When you serve others, your own wounds begin to heal. Repeat slowly. I release all boundaries between myself and others. Compassion flows through me like gentle light. I see myself in all beings, and all beings in me. Breathe in love. Breathe out peace. Let your heart soften, not because life is gentle, but because you are. Chapter 6: The Mirror of the Mind. Deep Reflection. The monastery had grown still under the gentle touch of dawn. Soma walked slowly through the courtyard, feeling the earth beneath his feet. He had learned peace, stillness, and compassion. Yet, a whisper remained in the quiet of his heart, a question of true understanding. The Buddha, Eko, observing him from beneath the Bodhi tree, spoke softly. Buddha: Soma, you have calmed your mind and opened your heart, but do you see yourself clearly? Soma paused. Soma: Master, I see that my anger has faded. I am peaceful and compassionate. Is that not enough? Buddha, smiling: Peace and compassion are gifts, but the final freedom comes when you see the mirror of your mind as it truly is, without judgment, without distortion, without hiding. Soma frowned, not fully understanding. Buddha: Come, sit with me by the pond. Look into the water and see yourself, but do not see who you wish to be. See who you are without disguise. Soma gazed into the still water. At first, he saw the monk he wanted to be, calm, wise, untroubled. Then he saw the shadows, the anger that once burned, the pride that lingered, the selfishness that occasionally rose in quiet moments. He felt a pang in his chest. The mirror had shown the truth he had not wanted to face. Soma, whispering, I am not yet free. Buddha: Freedom is never about perfection. It is the courage to see clearly what is, and to allow it to be without fear or clinging. Soma inhaled deeply. He began to see that every thought, every emotion, every reaction, it was not him, but passing reflections in the mirror of his mind. Anger arose, compassion arose, doubt arose, all clouds moving across the sky of awareness. Buddha: Do not chase them. Do not cling to them. Watch, breathe, and they will dissolve. For days, Soma sat by the pond, meditating. He observed his mind like a gardener tending plants. Each thought arose, some bright like flowers, some dark like weeds. He neither clung nor rejected. He simply watched. A memory of betrayal came, an old friend who had caused him pain. A flicker of resentment rose. He noted it silently. This is anger. This is resentment. It is not me. And then it passed. Another memory. Pride at having helped the villagers. He noticed it too. This is pride. It is not me. In the stillness of observation, the mirror of his mind began to clear. For the first time, he understood. Peace is not a thing to hold. Compassion is not a thing to earn. True freedom comes from seeing all things as they are. Reflections, not identities. One evening, a disciple asked, Disciple, Master Soma, how do you remain free from anger, fear, and attachment? Soma smiled quietly. Soma: I do not remain free because I am strong. I remain free because I do not identify with what arises. My mind is the mirror. I do not chase what appears. I do not reject what appears, and thus all things pass and I remain. The Buddha nodded from afar. Buddha: You have begun to see the final teaching. The mind reflects everything. Nothing is to be feared. Nothing is to be held. Clarity alone is the path. That night, Soma felt a stillness deeper than any he had known. The mirror of his mind. once clouded by anger and attachment, reflected only the calm light of awareness. In the days that followed, Soma's interactions with villagers and disciples flowed naturally. No longer did he react impulsively. No longer did he cling to praise or resentment. Every challenge became an opportunity to practice clarity. Every joy became a reflection of the present moment, and within this stillness, he discovered a subtle joy, not forced, not expected, not dependent. It arose naturally, like sunlight touching the pond. The Buddha's words echoed within him. See clearly, and you will be free. Hold nothing, and everything becomes yours. This is the path beyond negativity. Chapter: Reflection and Affirmations. Your mind is the mirror that reflects all things. Thoughts, emotions, and memories are not you. Observe them. Do not cling. Observe them. Do not reject. Repeat slowly. I see my mind clearly. Thoughts arise and pass like clouds in the sky. Am the awareness that remains beyond all appearances. Breathe deeply. Feel the clarity within. Let the light of your awareness illuminate every shadow of negativity. Chapter 7. The gift of letting go. Soma had walked far on his journey. Anger had dissolved like mist. Compassion had awakened as a quiet flame, and his mind reflected the world with clarity and calm. Yet, the Buddha knew there remained one final test: the gift of letting go. One morning, the Buddha summoned Soma Buddha. Soma, you have learned peace and compassion, but still your heart clings to memories, to outcomes, even to your own practice. True freedom comes when you release all attachment, even to the self you have built. Soma bowed deeply. Soma, Master, how do I release what is so deeply mine? Buddha, by seeing that nothing is truly yours, not your thoughts, not your body, not even your past or future. All arises and passes. Let go, and all is given to you freely. That day, Soma walked to the river that had taught him so much. He observed the water flowing endlessly, taking nothing with it. Every leaf, every fallen branch, every ripple passed naturally, without effort. Soma knelt by the water and closed his eyes. He visualized his attachments: old anger, pride, fear, memories of wrongs done to him, even the satisfaction of spiritual progress. He imagined placing each one in the river, and one by one, he released them. I release all that binds me, he whispered. I let go of all that I cannot control. As he exhaled, he felt a lightness he had never known. His chest expanded. His mind was quiet. The river of his heart flowed freely. No resistance, no tension, no residue. That evening, a student approached him with worry. Student, Master Soma, if I release everything, will I become nothing? Soma smiled softly, recalling the Buddha's teaching. Soma, nothing is never empty. When we let go, we make space for everything. Freedom is not emptiness, but openness. The river does not hold the leaves, yet it holds everything that comes. The student nodded slowly, understanding dawning. Later that night, Soma returned to the monastery and sat beneath the Bodhi tree. The stars shone like silent witnesses. The moonlight reflected on the pond, perfectly still. He observed his mind, clear, bright, and free. No old anger, no lingering pride, no grasping for control. Even his identity as a monk, as a student, as Soma himself, he let it pass like clouds across the sky. In that quiet surrender, he felt a profound joy. Not of the senses, not of the world, but of the spirit itself. The Buddha approached silently and placed a hand on his shoulder. Buddha, you have received the gift of letting go. Clarity, peace, compassion, all were within you already. Now, you see without resistance, you love without grasping, and you live without fear. This is the path beyond all negativity. Soma bowed deeply. tears of release running down his face. He had surrendered everything, and in surrender, he had found everything. The night was silent. The wind whispered through the leaves. The river murmured its endless song. Soma understood. Negativity has power only when it is grasped. Release it, and it transforms into nothing, leaving clarity, freedom, and love. He whispered to himself, smiling, I release all that binds me. I am free. Chapter Reflection and Affirmations. When you let go, you do not lose, you gain everything. When you release negativity, anger, and fear, you open your heart to freedom. Repeat slowly. I release all attachments and negativity. I let go, and I am free. Peace, clarity, and compassion flow through me naturally. Breathe deeply. Feel your heart expand. Know that letting go is not an ending. It is the beginning of a life lived fully and freely. Chapter 8. Walking in Freedom. The morning sun touched the monastery with gold, and Soma walked along the stone paths with calm steps. He no longer carried anger, fear, or attachment. Compassion flowed naturally, and clarity illuminated every thought. The monks and villagers noticed the change, not in words or actions, but in presence itself. Wherever Soma walked, there was a quiet radiance, a gentle force that inspired calmness in others. The Buddha, watching from his seat beneath the Bodhi tree, spoke softly, Buddha. Soma, true freedom is not achieved in meditation alone. It is walking among the world, touching life, and remaining undisturbed. This is the final stage of letting go, living without the chains of negativity. Soma bowed. He felt the truth in the wind, the river, the laughter of children, and the soft cries of the old. Every interaction became a meditation, every moment an opportunity to practice freedom. That morning, a young monk approached Soma with excitement. Young monk, Master, how do you stay so peaceful in all situations? Soma smiled, kneeling to meet the boy's eyes. Soma, peace is not in avoiding life. It is in embracing it fully without being pulled by anger, fear, or desire. Walk in freedom, and the world walks with you. The boy nodded, inspired. Later, Soma visited the village. He saw a mother struggling to gather food for her children. Without thinking, he helped her carry baskets. He did not expect gratitude, yet a quiet smile of relief warmed his heart. A trader argued with a customer over coins. Soma intervened softly, diffusing the tension without anger. He was not teaching, not correcting, simply living from the stillness within. As the sun rose higher, Soma sat beneath a banyan tree and watched the world move around him. The leaves rustled. Children laughed. Traders shouted. Oxen passed in dust clouds. All of it, noise, chaos, beauty, suffering, flowed through him without disturbing his stillness. His heart was open. His mind was clear. He felt an immense sense of joy, not fleeting, not attached to any moment, but the profound contentment of a life lived freely. The Buddha approached, resting a hand on his shoulder. Buddha, Soma, you have walked the path from anger to awareness, from attachment to compassion, from illusion to clarity. You now embody the gift of freedom. Soma bowed deeply, feeling gratitude that could not be measured in words. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Soma reflected on his journey. The anger that once burned him had dissolved. The river of emotions now flowed freely. Compassion had awakened as a quiet flame, and the mirror of his mind reflected truth without distortion. Finally, he had let go of all attachments, discovering true freedom. He realized that the path of letting go was not a final destination, but a living practice, a journey with no beginning and no end. every day offered the chance to walk in awareness, to breathe in clarity, and to act with love. Soma smiled, feeling the gift of freedom in every cell of his being. He whispered to himself, "I am free. I walk in freedom, and with every step, I bring peace to the world around me." Chapter: Reflection and Affirmations. True, freedom is walking in the world without being pulled by negativity. Peace, compassion, and clarity are not achieved only in silence, they are lived. Repeat slowly. I walk in freedom, undisturbed by anger, fear, or desire. Peace flows through me in every step. Compassion guides my actions and love fills my heart. Breathe deeply. Feel the freedom in your body, mind, and spirit. Walk as Soma walks, with clarity, with love, with peace. Chapter 9: The Light of Awareness. The days passed. Soma's practice deepened. The river within him flowed freely. The mirror of his mind reflected all things with clarity. Compassion burned like a gentle flame, and peace had become his natural state. Yet the Buddha knew that the final stage of awakening was not just freedom. It was illumination. One morning, he spoke to Soma beneath the Bodhi tree. Buddha, Soma, your heart is free, your mind is clear, and your actions are compassionate. But there is a deeper light, the light of awareness, that shows you not only yourself, but the interconnectedness of all beings. True liberation arises when your awareness becomes a lamp for others. Soma listened, feeling a quiet stirring in his chest, the subtle radiance of awakening beyond personal freedom. The Buddha guided him to sit by the river where he had released his attachments. Buddha, look beyond yourself, Soma. See the ripple you create in the world. Every thought, every action, every breath touches countless lives. Soma gazed into the water. He saw his reflection, but also the reflections of the villagers he had helped, the students he had guided, the people he had shown compassion to. All were connected, like drops in the same river, flowing together. A deep understanding arose within him. The freedom he had gained was not his alone. It was a light that could illuminate the hearts of others, if shared with patience, love, and presence. Soma spent the day in silent observation. Every sound, every movement, every breath became a meditation. He noticed the merchant arguing over coins and realized the anger and frustration of one person could ripple through many. He approached gently, helping both sides see clarity. No words of judgment, only presence. Later, he sat with the children playing near the river. Their laughter reached deep into his heart. He felt the light of awareness in every smile, in every tear, in every life he touched. Soma, whispering to himself, the light I carry is not mine alone. It shines because all beings are reflected within it. That evening, the villagers gathered to celebrate the harvest. Music, dance, and laughter filled the air. Soma observed without attachment, yet fully present in the joy. He saw that life itself was a teacher, constantly reflecting the state of his mind. Peace brought harmony. Compassion created connection. Awareness illuminated the world. The Buddha approached, standing in the gentle glow of sunset. Buddha, Soma, you now carry the light of awareness. It shines not because you hold it, but because you allow it to flow. Let your presence be the lamp in the darkness, the calm in the storm, the warmth in cold hearts. Soma bowed, feeling the immense gratitude and responsibility of this understanding. That night, Soma meditated beneath the full moon. He saw the river, the trees, the stars, and all the lives he had touched. In the stillness, he felt the unity of all things. No longer separate, no longer grasping, no longer clinging. His heart flowed like the river. His mind reflected like the still pond. and his spirit radiated like the moonlight on water. He whispered softly, "All beings are free. All beings are light, and I am one with the flow of life." The light of awareness had become eternal within him, a lamp that could never be extinguished. Chapter: Reflection and Affirmations. The light of awareness arises when we let go of negativity, embrace clarity, and open our hearts fully. It is a light that flows through every action, every thought, and every being we touch. Repeat slowly, "I carry the light of awareness. My presence illuminates the world with peace and compassion. I am one with all beings, and all beings are one with me." Breathe deeply. Feel the radiant light within your heart. Let it shine, quietly, gently, yet endlessly. Chapter 10: Eternal Peace. The monastery lay bathed in golden sunlight. Soma walked among the monks and villagers with ease, carrying no burden, holding no expectation. Years of practice, reflection, compassion, and letting go had culminated in a single luminous truth. Peace is eternal when it arises from within. The Buddha, sitting beneath the Bodhi tree, spoke gently. Buddha. Soma, you have walked the path fully. You have calmed the mind, awakened compassion, seen the mirror of your thoughts, let go of all attachments, and carried the light of awareness. Now, you embody eternal peace. Soma bowed deeply, feeling the truth of the words resonate in every fiber of his being. Soma. Master, I feel that peace is not a destination. It is a river flowing through all moments, through all beings, and through all things. It is here, now, and always. The Buddha smiled, the tranquility of countless lifetimes reflected in his eyes. Yes, Soma. Eternal peace is not something to grasp. It is the natural state when the mind is clear, the heart is open, and the soul moves in harmony with life itself. That day, Soma wandered to the river, where his journey had begun. The water flowed endlessly, each ripple sparkling with sunlight. He knelt, touched the water with his hand, and smiled. He remembered his anger, his attachments, his fears, all released, and now, in this moment, he understood fully. Life flows as it must. Suffering arises, joy arises, but neither binds him. The mind is still. The heart is open. The spirit is free. Villagers approached him, seeking guidance, but Soma only offered presence. Without words, without effort, his peaceful energy calmed them, nurtured them, and inspired them. A child asked him, "Child, Master Soma, how do you stay so happy all the time?" Soma smiled softly, looking at the flowing river. Soma, happiness is not something to hold. It arises when you let go of fear, anger, and desire. Peace like this river flows naturally when the heart is free. That evening, Soma sat beneath the Bodhi tree, moonlight bathing the leaves in silver. The stars reflected in the still pond, merging with the reflections of his inner peace. He closed his eyes, feeling the rhythm of life, the universe moving in harmony, and his place within it. Soma, whispering softly, "I am calm. I am free. I am at peace. The world flows, and I flow with it." He felt no separation, no fear, no longing. Every being, every leaf, every star, every breath, a reflection of the same eternal truth. The Buddha approached once more, placing a hand gently on Soma's shoulder. Buddha. Remember, Soma, peace is not earned. It is discovered within. Negativity has no power when the mind remains still. Compassion has no limit when the heart is open. Awareness is eternal when you see all as one. Walk in this truth, and you will carry eternal peace wherever life leads. Soma bowed in gratitude, feeling a profound, timeless calm. He had completed the journey, not toward a place, but toward being. And in that stillness, in that clarity, in that love, Soma walked freely, eternally, peacefully, a living embodiment of the Buddha's teachings. Chapter Reflection and Affirmations. Eternal peace is not outside you. It arises naturally when you release negativity, embrace clarity, and allow love to flow through every action. It is not a goal, but a living state, here, now, always. Repeat slowly. I am calm. I am free. I am at peace. Negativity does not touch me. Love flows through me. I live with awareness, compassion, and eternal peace. Breathe deeply. Feel the river of peace within. Walk through life like Soma, fully present, fully free, fully alive.